Hello and welcome to the Mindset Model Podcast. I'm Sarah Davis, your go-to confidence coach. This is the place where self-doubt gets kicked out, confidence gets turned up, and you get the tools to live the life you know you are meant for. In this podcast, we dive into real stories, mindset magic, we have guest experts, and the truth about what it really takes to live your best life. So grab your coffee, turn up the volume as we are raising our standards and stepping into the version of you who owns the room. Hello everyone and welcome to the Mindset Model Podcast. Oh my goodness me. And as you can see today, I have got a fabulous lady with me. Now this is Nikki Antonaccio and she is the nutrition psychology coach. So delighted to have you on the show today, Nikki. Welcome.
Thank you. It's lovely to be here.
Oh, this is fantastic. So before we dive in, I just want to let everyone know how we met, because this is a story. Now, this year, as all of my listeners will know, I have really been diving into connecting with people, building that community, and, really making sure that I'm networking. And we met each other at this sensational premiere in London for one of our dear friends. And I just saw you in this beautiful, sparkly bodysuit. Your energy, we just hit it off straight away.
Literally, I think I was wandering over to find more Prosecco. Like, I found you. I was like, can I have one of those? Are they going spare?
Oh my goodness me. And then I was like, this woman, absolutely incredible. We probably only were speaking for about 5 minutes, and then you invited me to your Empower Her event. And just so you know, ladies and gentlemen, I actually had no idea what this was about. I just said yes. I was like, I don't know what it is, but I need to go.
I need to be there.
Exactly. So, and then ever since then, like I've really just loved your energy, everything that you're doing as well. So please could you tell our listeners and our viewers about you, your story?
Yeah, of course I can. I mean, my whole brand, the nutrition psychology coach, I think it's really aligned, like you said, the work you do, mindset model, everything to do with like psychology, mindset, and behaviors around your health, right? So the women I work with are high performers, they're business owners, they're CEOs, they're mums, they're female entrepreneurs, founders who are trying to lead from health again so they can reclaim it, reclaim their health, their healing, hormones in a way that means they're not dieting and they're succeeding and leading from that without burnout. Like that is everything I'm about. It's actually quite hard to pin it all down into one thing because it's a big mission.
Yeah.
I mean, this whole business came about from probably like lots of other women, my own struggles. That's where it came about from.
Tell us about your struggles, and because you had such an empowering story about where this all came from.
So, I mean, I came from a background as a second generation Italian immigrant. So, my dad moved over to England from Italy from very, very young. So, he essentially moved over here when he was about 7 years old. And I grew up in a household that had really, really strict, strong values around food, identity, having to work hard, having these beliefs built into you, basically.
What were the
And
beliefs about food? What?
lots of beliefs around how food equal to worth. So it was very much if you sit down at an
Wow.
Italian dinner table and you don't eat the food that's in front of you, you are disrespecting the person that's made it. So
Wow.
very big, like if we go deep, I'll go fucking deep straight away. We do. If we start thinking about behaviour patterns, trauma, growing up in a household that's got quite volatile beliefs and quite it could blow up and lots of
Yeah.
arguments, lots of shouting. In an Italian tradition, essentially, if you are you. It's beautiful in some respects, but in the family I grew up in, it wasn't so much.
Yeah.
You go around somebody's house, they're like, oh, eat.
Yes.
Here, eat. Oh, you look skinny.
Yeah.
You're looking
Yeah.
fat. You're looking chubby. All of these kind of comments around
Mm.
body image. And you would then really mixed messages. You'd have one auntie or cousin saying, eat, you look like skin and bones. And if you don't, what's wrong with my food? Oh my God, like people pleaser. I must eat this to make sure everybody else feels okay. And on the other hand, you'd have another auntie or uncle going, oh, you've got fat, and grabbing bits of your body fat. So you're like, whoa,
Absolute
like
mind fuck.
absolute head fuck. Because you're like, so what do I do to be right in this situation as a child? Fuck knows is the answer. So brought up in a kind of heritage and background of do this to please people, don't piss people off, eat this to keep someone happy, but don't be too fat, but don't be too skinny, right? And you layer on top of that, I have grown up with a narcissistic father. So
Okay.
I only actually realised that about 5 years ago. Really didn't understand like why low level anxiety most of my life, struggling with ADHD, which was linked to trauma, eating disorders, lots and lots of trying to prove my worth and value to anybody that would hear it or listen, whether that was coaches, teachers, mentors. I fell into the very disordered world of contemporary dance. My degree is actually as a contemporary dancer and
Is
performer.
it?
Yeah, so I went off to dance school, like to decide I was going to go run away with the circus and like take over the world on the performance stage. And halfway through that, you go, oh, hang on a minute, like serious eating disorders here. What's going on? Trying to get worth of others about your body
Mm.
again all the time. Go back to this whole pattern of as a young person being told you're never enough if you do this, you're damned if you do, if you eat it, you're damned if you don't, then jump straight into a whole world where your whole value and worth is on what your body image looks like and what
Mm.
your body can do and been very, very performative. And it's no surprise after that I fell into the world of bodybuilding. So it went from one set of people going, yeah, you're all right at an audition, we'll have you, you're good enough, or no, you're not, you're rubbish, go work harder, into, oh, let's stand on stage in a sparkly bikini and have 5 strangers tell me if I'm good enough or not. So this whole pattern just followed me everywhere I went. And then if you think, going back to narcissistic father, which my whole life was trying to like validate and prove I was good enough to him all the time, just replaced it with coaches or mentors or judges or whatever along the way. And then you jump into, right, hang on a minute, let's not go down this bodybuilding route anymore. I want to re-establish why do I struggle with eating disorders. I was showing up PTing people. I was a personal trainer at the time, teaching people in the gym how to look after their bodies. I was also a nutritionist, teaching people online how to manage their nutrition, and I'm still binge eating every night. It just did not match up.
Yeah.
So once I'd moved into that world of going, right, I need to sort my shit out here. This feels like it's not really in integrity and alignment with what I'm delivering as an expert. I went away and went down this whole rabbit hole of therapy, somatic therapy, trauma, inner child healing, and it was like a fucking light bulb hit me. I literally was like, oh my God. So all of the patterns that I thought were personal failings, all of the things that I thought were personality traits, waking up in anxiety attacks every morning, feeling like I couldn't control myself around food, being fixated on exercise, body image, body dysmorphia. I just thought that was part of my personality. Oh, it's not. It was trauma. Funny that.
Such a powerful message there. And on the, if somebody looking at you on, the outside would be like, wow, look at Nikki.
Yeah.
She's been a dancer. She's been, on stage, like winning multiple awards for bodybuilding. Wow, she's this, she's that. And it's such a powerful message to say to people that, those things are brilliant, but what is actually happening on the inside? And that so many people that I speak to, a lot of my clients as well, are really chasing that external validation.
Yeah.
I am good enough if, I am good enough if, and chasing your worth. And that's all to do with what you're doing. And everything really does happen for a reason. And your story just highlights, you had to go through these traumatic experiences, but now you are the expert because you've been there, you've seen it, and now you are transforming lives. And I love as well because I mean, I stalk you all the time, but you have helped to transform like over 500 women's lives
Yeah.
with what
Yeah.
you're doing at the moment. So please tell us a little bit more about what you're doing, what you've created.
Yeah, so like I say, everything that I've created has come from my own lived experience and then going away and educating myself to the hilt on it. So I'm an expert in it in both factors. And what I do now is I work with high performing women on their health as the underpinning of everything. So I bring together three modalities. So if you think about it, you've got nutrition over here,
Yeah.
what you eat, how you feel yourself. You've got strength and fitness and health over here, how you move, how you train, how you like look after your physical body. And then also this really important pillar around the nervous system and how you show up in your mindset, your subconscious patterns, your beliefs, your boundaries. And the work I do brings all three of those modalities together so that a high performing woman, an ambitious woman, can lead from a place that they're not emotionally eating when life gets stressful and busy. They're not relying on alcohol every night to numb the fact that their fucking Slack and emails don't stop pinging. That they can go to the gym and show up and book a class at 6:30 at Reformer Pilates and actually feel like they got the energy to show up and do it. And then that in itself, allowing them to show up as that version of themselves, has a positive ripple effect on everything: their relationships with their family, the money they make in their business, the confidence they've got, the ability to push themselves outside their comfort zones. I mean, I've just gone round the houses, but does that make sense?
Absolutely. And, these are really core pillars and which you've highlighted here. And one which I'm especially lit up about because, being on the mindset model, here we go, is everything to do with the mindset. And also, how does that really, impact your business and the way that you talk to your clients? Because I know that's a core part of what you do.
To be honest, all of the other pillars, the nutrition, the strength, none of that works without that underpinning of mindset and nervous system, because your nervous system controls and dictates your subconscious patterns.
For
So if you're
anybody that's listening, that's like, what the hell is a nervous system? Could you tell us what is a nervous system?
absolutely, so we all have one, right?
Okay,
That you
hear that,
have.
everyone? We all have one, so
You all
listen
have one, I
up.
promise, right? So there's different branches to your nervous system. There's parts of that that are automatic. So think about like how your pupils will contract and dilate. You have no control over that. That's part of your nervous system sending signals to your body to do certain things automatically. But it also sends signals to the way that you feel, right? So you know if you're about to, I don't know, step on stage and
Yeah,
speak in front of hundreds of people and you get that little ooh fuck
yeah.
feeling, that little fizzy ooh, butterflies, that's your vagus nerve. So your vagus nerve is the largest branch of nerves in your body, goes from your brain through every major organ in your body, including your thyroid. It affects your metabolism, your gut, everything. And it helps or hinders you making decisions for your survival. So your nervous system, when we're talking about your emotions, your mindset, its only job is to keep you safe. Now, that helps on one hand, but can really hold you back in others. So, if you're stood on the edge of a cliff and it's windy, you'll feel scared shitless and you'll feel like, ugh, and you'll step back to look after yourself. But you don't want to be having the same response when you're about to pitch your new product to a potential client. So you don't want to, oh fuck, I can't say
Yeah.
anything, I've got no words. You want to be able to do that with confidence and excitement instead. The same with things like if you want to start a new business, right? So, or leave a relationship that you're not happy in. The problem is if your nervous system is not on board and there are patterns in your past that are affecting how you show up today, you will feel stuck.
That is crazy, but it makes so much sense. And with the nervous system as well, because I'm sure we could talk about this for like 10,000 years. How would you know that you had a dysregulated nervous system?
So it's different for lots of people. The first step in understanding your nervous system is understanding your own sensations. So it's something called introspection. So you have to be able to look inwards and understand where you're feeling things and what those sensations are. So if I use an example, let's see if I can do an example live with you. Ooh.
Oh,
Think about the last time something made you feel really either excited or nervous. We need to like lock into a quite strong sensation or a memory. Don't need to
okay.
tell me what it is, but
Yeah,
just when you find it, let me know.
yeah,
Okay, so
okay.
whatever that thing, memory, sensation is, where do you feel it in your body?
In my stomach.
Cool. So we've gone inward, introspective. We know it's bodily,
Yeah.
somatic. Somatic means in your body. It lives in your stomach. Now, how does that sensation feel? Is it, if it had a colour, what colour would it be?
Black.
Black. If it had a weight, is it heavy? Is it light? What
Or
is it?
heavy.
Heavy. Does it move? Or is
Oh,
it stagnant?
stagnant.
And does it have a temperature?
Cold.
So this heavy, black, stagnant, cold thing in
Oh,
your stomach,
sounds like a demon.
right? So if you connect that to whatever the memory was, again, you don't need to share it publicly here, but if you sit with it for a second, you might find that lots of emotion comes up.
Mm.
You can
Let's
find,
make sure I don't cry live on the
right?
podcast. Oh my goodness.
So again, that what you've just done is you've just locked in and connected in with a somatic memory. It's not a cognitive one, it's not a picture, it's in your body. Now, lots of us as women, we walk around with stuff like that going on and we ignore it because we're busy. I just really want to highlight tears are not a bad thing, right? If we sat here and you were full snot bubble crying, it's all cool because that's your body actually processing what that emotion is.
This is incredible because I know that so many of our listeners will we hold on to so much emotion, and I've done a lot of work on this as well, and like you say, we are told to suppress our emotions, get rid of them. We're too busy for them, but they are there and they're
Oh,
not going
yeah.
to go away. And if you don't look at these emotions or process them, what can happen?
Now you're talking. So again, it's different for each person, but what you'll often see is sabotage behaviors, things that don't align
Mm.
with what the logical version of you says that you want in your life. So if that's from a health perspective, you might want to say, I want to get fit, healthy, and I want to lose a bit of weight. But you'll find yourself in a barrel of biscuits at 9 o'clock at night, even though you say you don't want to eat like that. You'll find yourself cracking open a second bottle of wine when you promised yourself you'd have one glass. And you're sat watching Netflix till midnight when you know you need to go to fucking bed. So those kinds of things tend to be symptoms of somebody's nervous system that's dysregulated, that is not processing the emotions that they're dealing with daily. This was me, right? I was running a boutique, very high-end personal training gym as the sales manager of all 5 of the chain of gyms. I would drive an hour to my place of work at 4:30 in the morning to open the gym.
4:30.
4:30 to open for 5:30 because I was commuting.
Mm.
Then I would open the gym. I would run the morning sessions as the personal trainer because staffing was shit. So I would have to step in. I would then run as the sales manager from midday till 9 o'clock at night. And then I would drive home. When I got home at 10 o'clock at night, it did not matter logically what my goals were. I would be face first in a tub of Biscoff by the finger load until I was sick.
The finger
Literally.
load.
Literally, I'm not even kidding you. And I would come up for air afterwards and be like, why have I done that? Why? So, in terms of health, they're the kind of sabotage behaviors you might see pop
Wow.
up. When it comes to business, you know you need to get on your stories and you know you need to show your face, but you don't fucking do it. You
Mm.
know you need to step forward and ask people to join your programs, but for whatever reason, you just tinker about with the program all the time until it's perfect. It's never perfect. You don't charge enough. You know that people around you, your peers, are charging 10 times what you are, but you haven't got the confidence to ask for it. So you sabotage yourself. They're the kind of things you see.
And that is all connected to mindset and the nervous system. Isn't that incredible? So, and I know that a lot of people that are listening to this, they have those key habits and traits as well. I know a lot of people do. And this is such an amazing awareness conversation for people to think, right, okay, what is it within me that is happening here? So, this is absolutely incredible. And I'd love to dive in a little bit more about what you see with your clients as well. Is there any common misconceptions that you see around like nutrition and fitness and things?
I mean, most of
What's the
it's going to
common
be
ones?
oh gosh, right. So if we go nutrition, that
Yeah.
people think that carbs are bad for them, that still kicks around and it drives me insane. So, just want to put it in the bin and blow it up. So the amount of people, oh, I shouldn't eat potatoes. I've been really bad today. I've had rice and I'm like, I want to pull my hair out. Like, can we just say out loud now, ladies, you have to eat carbohydrates. They're not bad for you. All fruit and vegetables are carbohydrates, and your brain, the only fuel source it uses is carbohydrates.
I did not know that.
It uses something
So
called glycogen. So your brain uses the fuel. You eat carbohydrates, you eat potatoes, you eat rice, you eat pasta, you eat fruit. That converts into a fuel source called glycogen, sugar. It's the only fuel source your brain uses. So if you haven't got any, you're going to have brain fog. You're not going to be able to make decent decisions. And you're going to feel pretty low, emotionally shit. You have to eat carbs, ladies.
where do these lies come from?
I have found over the 10, 15 years I've been doing nutrition itself specifically that there was a lot going around in the like 90s and
Yeah.
2000s around the whole kind of size zero,
Yes.
heroin chic look, all this kind of demonizing of carbohydrates. But the problem is it's nuanced, right? Ultra processed carbohydrates, junk food, by all means, start improving your relationship with having less of it in your life. Don't try and cut it all out. You'll just backfire and want to eat all of it. By all means, start to change the quality of the food that you eat. Instead of having fish and chips, you might want to be making some homemade air fryer chips
Yeah.
because they're better quality and they're better for you. But what's happened is that's gone right the other end of the spectrum, which is what we do as human beings, very black and white
Yeah.
dichotomous thinking. That's it, all carbs are evil. No, they're not. They're essential. Absolutely essential.
So that is one top tip there. Eat your fucking carbs because your brain needs
Yeah,
it. Very
absolutely.
simple.
Like you literally, the carbohydrate fuel for your brain is what gives you willpower. So if someone goes, I have no willpower, I'm like, yo, what carbohydrates are you eating? Straight away.
Mind
And then they're like,
blown.
well, I'll try and cut this out. I don't eat breakfast till like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. I'll make sure I don't have any of this. I'll just have this. I'll have nothing with dinner. I'll just have salad. I'll just have fish. And I'm like, girl, you need to stop.
It's really funny how people are using food as a punishment. I
Mm.
can't have that or I won't do that. It's not, I would love to eat this because it makes me feel good.
Yeah,
You don't hear any of that, do you?
no, there's very much, I hear a lot. So if we go back to the kind of misconception thing, that there's good and bad foods and it
Yeah.
inherently makes you a good or bad person on any given day. Oh, I've been bad. And I'm like, what, have you gone out and stabbed someone today? Like, no, they've had a fucking banana. Like, what? You know, right? So this whole thing about having morality, I know I'm getting deep and a bit
No, this
about
is what we're here for.
having morality attached to your behaviours around food outcomes, human beings are the only species that attach emotion to food. The only species. Because we have a more developed frontal lobe, the bit
Yeah.
here, just behind your eyebrows, that deals with executive function problem solving, it's a blessing and a curse because you don't catch a crocodile worrying about whether he should have eaten that bird or not, right? You just don't. It don't. I was a bad choice. I shouldn't have had pigeon. Like no, right? Ridiculous, but true.
It
Yeah.
is so true. What
So
even are we?
we are too smart for our own good, is what we are, right? So with that comes this whole thing that I see a lot with women, particularly high power women, high performers, ambitious women, is this whole shame and guilt that gets
Mm,
attached to how they eat and drink and how they take care or don't take care of their own needs, right? And there's a really, really lovely concept when it comes to trauma therapy and somatic therapy from the wonderful Dr. Gabor Mate. If anybody is familiar with him, he is amazing. And if you're not, you need to get to know who he is.
is he on Instagram?
Oh, he's on
He's
everything. He's
everywhere.
the godfather of
I
trauma.
will put his name in the show notes, my
Yeah,
loves.
he is incredible. There is a concept that I was taught under him, which is called compassionate inquiry. So, this is for any behaviour or habit that you find shameful or unattractive. So, I'm going to use a couple of examples. A very extreme example is drug addiction, heroin
Yeah.
addiction. So, I deal in the realms of addiction and disordered behaviours and eating disorders. If you have a behaviour as extreme, and I'm going to use an extreme version
Yeah.
because it can really help you understand the concept of it, heroin addiction, what does it give you? And initially, the logical part got absolutely nothing. Doesn't give me anything. It makes me feel like shit. I spend too much money. I don't want to be addicted. All of this logical stuff will come up. The problem is, you wouldn't do it if it wasn't giving you something. So your nervous system is using that behavior for something that it thinks is supporting you. So you get down to it and you ask, what's it giving me? Is it relief? Is it to quieten the noise of stress? Is it to escape? Is it to feel alive when life feels shit? Now, when you start looking at those three things, relief, stress relief, vibrancy, life, are they bad things to want? No, they're not, are they? So, first step, understand whatever that behaviour that you don't like is giving you, because there will be something that you're getting from it. Then the second step to that, to go one stage further, to get right to the root of why it's happening, what do I need stress relief from? Why do I need more vibrancy in my life? Where am I not feeling alive? And it will tell you why your system is holding on to this behaviour that you logically don't want. So I could use that with my binge eating, right? Let's go back to me in the cupboard, 10 p.m. at night after driving, stress, shit, whatever, fingerfuls of Biscoff. What's it giving me?
Yeah.
Well, it's giving me a fucking headache because I want to be on the bodybuilding stage. I've been invited to go and compete at the World Championships and I'm sabotaging myself. It makes no logical sense, right? But you get a little bit deeper. What that's doing, I've been running around like a blue ass fly all day from 4:30 in the morning with a ridiculous amount of pressure to perform, to sell, to make sure that the business is making money for someone else. That feels like the same as you had earlier, that black, heavy,
Yeah.
cold thing following me around all day. And also a load of anxiety and nervousness and fluttery in my chest. Those things are not nice to feel. So when I get home and all of the back busyness of the day stops, guess what pops to the surface? That horrible black thing that I don't like feeling. So how do I quieten it and get rid of it? I eat.
Finger the Biscoff.
I eat. So if it's going to stress relief, it's going to numb uncomfortable feelings, it's going to stop me spiraling and overthinking, it has a purpose that's trying to protect me from something pretty shit and uncomfortable. And then if I'm like, right, what do I need stress relief from? Oh, it's work. Oh, it's pressure. I never feel good enough because I'm never selling enough. I'm never getting told that I'm good at my job. I just feel shit all the time. And is there any wonder then I'm knee deep in Biscoff?
It makes so much sense when you explain it like that. And I know that there's a lot of people having a aha moment
Oh.
with this. Why do we do this? Like, I speak to women on a daily basis which are running themselves into the ground and they do not put their health first. In fact, health is non-existent. They will not prioritize nutrition, well-being, you know, the badge of honor. I'm sure you've heard about this, wearing hard work as a badge of honor. I've worked so hard today. I've not eaten, I've not done everything.
Yeah.
I am just fantastic. Where the hell did that come from? It doesn't make any sense. But the scary thing is, so many of us are unaware that we're doing it. And in fact, it's normalized. If you're not burnt out, if you're not hustle culture can actually go in the fucking bin and die.
Yeah.
Like, I am so done with hustle.
Yeah.
Like, it just infuriates me
Yeah.
because it's making so many people unwell and it's
Yeah.
affecting so many people's mindsets. We're going off on a whole thing here, but
I love
why,
it.
you know, so many women putting their health last? Like, how can we start to begin choosing health? What do you say to your clients?
So I'm going to establish something, the mic drop moment. Hustle is a trauma response,
Really?
right? So let's unpick it a bit.
Okay, here
Now
we go.
I've
Tell us
got to
more.
back this shit up now,
Tell
haven't
us
I?
more.
So hustle is a trauma response. So if we are coming from a place of proving, of overworking, overcommitting, having no boundaries, taking no care of yourself, get down to the root, there are 4 inner childhood wounds. One of them is I'm not good enough. One of them is I'm not important. One of them is I am not lovable. And the last one has left my brain. Not important, unlovable, unworthy.
I mean, those three, to be fair, that's a lot, and I can really resonate with those.
Right. So it has the 4th one has left my brain, which is terrible. But
In
by
fact, we
far,
don't need a fourth one because three is enough for now.
3 is
If you
enough
want the
for
fourth
today.
one, make sure you speak to Nikki. There we go.
Message me, I'll go and
Yeah.
find it. It has left my brain right now. When you think about then how we perform, yeah. So if you're overfilling your days, and I'm speaking from experience because this was me, right? So I am not judging anybody because I'd done it all and I got stuck in it for a very long time. Okay. So if you look at your diary and you are like, fuck. I used to look at my calendar and have anxiety about the next day because you know it's unrealistic. You might
You
be Wonder Woman.
showed in your
Oh,
in Empower Her event, you showed a screenshot of your diary. I am not, there was no space for even breathing.
no,
It was
no.
insane.
No white space, no space for breathing. The expectation, my own expectation, was suffocating, right? If you're not leaving space to do basic human fucking needs, go to the toilet, get some food, how can you show up and perform as your best, right? So it is not logical. It makes no sense to do these things to ourselves. So then when you go, okay, hang on a minute, hustle, burnout culture is trauma response because it's our nervous system and our mindset and our body trying to protect us in case we are not enough. So if I just send another DM, if I just do a load more emails, if I do this, if I give this person that, if I say yes to this, then it means I might feel like I'm good enough. You're good enough anyway.
It's crazy, absolute madness. But this is what it's about. You are good enough, you're worthy enough, unconditional love. This is where we need to get to. We need to get to people loving themselves unconditionally.
And
You are just
that, to
amazing
go
as you
back,
are.
like you were saying about why they abandon their health,
Yeah.
because they don't think that they're worthy of it.
Oh my goodness me.
So
What the
if I look
hell?
after myself, Sarah, if I put an hour in my diary and go to the gym, instead of saying yes to that client, I'm putting my needs before that. Fuck, I can't do that because I don't think I'm worthy of it.
Yeah.
This is why again, another diet plan's not going to fucking work, right? We are in that time of year, December. Enjoy, indulge, have time, festivities, Christmas, give back to the people that matter. But I know there's going to be 100 of women sitting here going, I'll start on my health in January.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like
Yeah.
a nice idea. It sounds like a fresh start. It's a good intention. I'm not going to knock it, right? If January is the thing that helps you start prioritizing yourself, by all means do it. But if you are not sorting out your inner childhood wounds, your trauma response, you will be back at square one in 2 weeks when life gets busy again. Having a new diet plan or a new PT is not going to fix it.
It's an inner job.
The way you show up to be that woman you say you want to be, the one that has space in her calendar, that prioritizes being able to pick her kids up from school 3 days a week, the one that likes preparing meals for her family in the evening and gives her self time to do it, the one that does her reformer Pilates class 3 times a week, the one that drinks her water, that woman knows she's worthy. That woman's not
Mm.
fighting and hustling to prove it. And to become that woman, a diet plan ain't going to do it.
Incredible. So this all, and I know that so many people are listening to this thinking, ah, I feel seen, but it is okay.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of us are in the same boat, and a lot of you're teaching from lived experience. Like, I have also had a lot of these habits and behaviors as well, and it's okay, but
Yeah.
it's our responsibility to hold ourselves accountable for this, and make those changes. Absolutely. So, and I know that there's going to be a lot of people listening at the moment because we are at that time of year, like you say. Oh, it is busy, busy, busy.
Yeah.
And there's probably a lot of people feeling really, really overwhelmed at the moment. What
Mm-hmm.
advice would you give to people right now in this moment if they are feeling overwhelmed?
Right this second, put everything down and just stop. That's it.
Isn't it funny that people don't stop?
Yeah, so
Like something as
it's such a
simple as that.
simple thing, right? And I mean this genuinely. If we sat here for 30 seconds in silence, just put your feet on the floor, did absolutely nothing, didn't pick your phone up, didn't check your notifications, you would feel instantly different. Because what you're doing is you're teaching your nervous system it's safe to stop for 30 seconds, what I call a micro pause, and to build that muscle of strength in your nervous system to know the world is not going to fall down if you stop for 30 seconds. By doing that, your brain's busy, your body's busy, you've got this on, you've got to get Christmas presents, you've got that, you've got a social event on, you've got dinner, you've got all of this stuff is in your head. So if you're feeling busy in here, you have to get back into your body. If you're feeling it in your head, you've got to get out of your head into your body. And the easiest, quickest way to do it, down tools, put your feet on the floor and sit still for 30 seconds. And it feels
Power of the pause.
uncomfortable as fuck. But that power in the pause is everything. Because then from there, 30 seconds becomes meditating for 20 minutes when you feel stressed. 30 seconds becomes I can commit to going to the gym because that's my reset. 30 seconds becomes I'm going to go for a walk when I'm feeling stressed instead of just trying to carry on. But you've got to build these little micro pauses in to teach your body the world's not going to end.
That's so powerful. And, you know, as you say, it is those little changes which make such a difference. And it's something that I personally did struggle with, taking that minute, but then you do it again and you do it again and you keep consistent. And then before you know it, you are able to take some time for a breathwork session, for a walk, and not feel the guilt attached to it as well.
That's the big bit,
The
right?
guilt.
The not feeling the guilt for doing it, because it's all well and good doing the stuff, but if you then feel shameful, guilty, and anxious because you've done it, it's having a detrimental effect. So if you've got the ability then to stop, pause, breathe out for 30 seconds, and not feel guilty. But I'm going to say this really clearly. There will be people that are listening to this that thinks, I'll just start going for a walk every day. It's too much. Your system will get flooded with stress. You have to start small instead of just going, I'm going to overhaul it and I'm going to take an hour off at lunchtime. You won't. And you feel shit if you do.
It's, and again, we do have this mentality of all or nothing as well.
Oh, yeah.
So we're like, oh my gosh, right, I need to get fit and healthy, or I need to change this. I'm going to go to the gym for 2 hours and I'm going to sign up for this. I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. No.
Do one. Do one. Do one thing. Like when I started this work myself, the only thing I felt I had capacity to do that wasn't going to be detrimental, which was a story. And this is not for judging anybody. I was telling myself a story that if I took space or cancelled things or blocked stuff out, I would lose my business, I would be unsuccessful, all my friends would hate me, I'd lose my relationship. I can tell you now, my business is earning 10 times what it was, very happily married, and my friends have got really clear, respectful boundaries. Just saying, right?
It's just a belief.
Absolutely. And a
It is
belief
not
can't hurt you.
truth.
A
It
belief
is,
can't hurt
yeah,
you.
it cannot.
Right?
Oh,
The only way I started doing this was with my little 5 o'clock coffee before I go to the gym in the morning. I did my making of my coffee at half speed.
oh.
So I couldn't even stop for 30 seconds. I will be honest. My nervous system was like, no, no, that's uncomfortable. No, no. If you hadn't gathered, I've also got ADHD. Right? So the thought of just stopping was like, no. Right? Ants in my pants, fidgeting, couldn't
Yeah.
sit still. That felt deeply unsafe for my system. So instead, when I'm making my espresso in the morning, I would normally be like this, like a fucking barista, right? It's like, right, okay. Challenge accepted, Nikki. Make it at half speed. Slow
Wow.
the whole thing down. But I attached it to one behaviour that I did every single morning at 5:30 in the morning. And it started the tone for my nervous system in the day to set me up from feeling grounded, not in panic. And this is a woman, I used to wake up every morning in a panic attack, like somebody had landed on my chest. So to go from that state subconsciously to waking up and going downstairs and intentionally going, right, slow the whole fucking thing down. It's
And
simple but not easy.
that is something that anybody can do. I bet
I
if you
think,
look at your day and think, why am I rushing around? Why
yeah,
is this culture of, oh my gosh, the quicklier that we do, that's not even a word, but you know what I mean?
yeah,
The faster we do things, the better we are or the worthier we are. It's
no,
madness. So I
yes.
really wanted to ask you about something very exciting that's coming up next year. And I'm excited because I'm going. I am going to the most incredible day that you have planned in February. Tell us more.
So, February 25th, I've got a really small, intimate VIP health immersion day, the Grace and
Oh,
Grit Health Immersion Day. So it's a day where there's a maximum of 10 ladies, some of which I've already hand selected. Hello. You
woo!
are one of them. And it's a whole day with me in person in a beautiful, bloody gorgeous countryside setting in a manor where we're going to be diving into everything from your health. Like every woman's going to come away with a 12-week health plan that's not like what you need to eat, how many times you go to the gym, but actually how you can implement this stuff into your real life, day-to-day life with work and business and kids and family. You're going to come away with nervous system practices. I've booked a beautiful VIP sound bath experience. Like the whole day is this element of coming away with both elements, grace for yourself and grit to be able to implement it back into your real life. Can't
This
wait.
is incredible. And if you're listening to this and you're jealous of me, you should be. So, if anybody, you offer some incredible services. How can people work with you? Is, something like these workshops and events something that you do all the time? Tell us a
Yeah.
bit more.
So you can find me online. I am Instagram Queen. That's where you'll actually find me, and I do actually talk to you, and it is me in a voice note. I love a voice note. So if you
And
don't
I
like
can
talking,
confirm this as well. When I first slid into your DMs, do you know what came back, everyone? A sexy voice note. And I loved it.
if you don't like voice noted, I'm not your girl
Yeah.
because I will be like, hello, like straight away, right? But I've got online programs for all different levels of health awareness, whether you're working on healing your relationship with food, whether it's your health, weight loss, body image, and physical health you're working on, whether it's more deep stuff like your somatic therapy, trauma, healing, or elevating your health and then working from a place where that becomes like the foundation of your business and success. Got online programs and work that you can do with me and join at any point in the year. And I always run a big end of year event, which is what the talk you talked about at the beginning, which is a
Empower
massive
her. That was
celebration.
amazing.
Empower Her, which is a huge women's health summit that we do every year with holistic health. And I run events like this VIP immersion day throughout the year. So if you're like, keep an eye on what I'm banging on about on my Instagram and you'll find out.
Absolutely. This is incredible. And, I've been on such a powerful journey this year with the mindset model, and I chose to put myself first. And it was very uncomfortable. I do sit in the bracket of the high CEO hustle vibes, performance, all of that. I do fit into that category, and I had to make the decision that I want to put my wellness and my health first because I know that is how I am going to have that success in brackets there. Um, and I really encourage anybody that's listening to this to really take in what we're saying today, the power of the pause and knowing that you are worthy and you deserve to take a moment to yourself and put your health and well-being first. Nikki, this has been absolutely bloody incredible. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me. It's been awesome.
Amazing. So, thank you so much, everyone, for listening to today's episode. And I will see you next time on the Mindset Model Podcast. See you then.